The Rick that we see in this series, super genius turned mad scientist, is more than capable of making a different voice of his AI, unlike someone I know.
Hey.
But despite being able to currently make any voice he wants, his car and garage both sound like a robotic distorted version of his wife. He has been seen making several different sentient AI systems, everything from the robotic clones of his family, to the AI that runs his car and garage, and from a robot designed for making and subverting heists, to passing him butter.
Oh my god.
But compared to all of the other AI creations, the one that runs his garage and car has a lot more going on than meets the eye. Now, I'm not actually sure if the garage and car are supposed to be the same entity, or are two separate but similar entities, but regardless I'm going to treat them as the same entity because the analysis works pretty much the same either way. So who is this AI and why am I talking about her if she only appears in a few episodes? Well, she was created by Rick, yet she seems to be able to disobey him without being terminated. She has goals that go against Rick, is indifferent to his death, is overly sexual, more than Rick seems comfortable with, and generally seems to be sentient. And as the show continues to focus on her, she seems to be becoming an increasingly important character. All leading to the depressing revelation that Rick had likely once tried to recreate his wife as an AI, and inevitably he failed. Given what we see in this show, Rick is more than capable of building sentient AI, and I think that at some point he began developing a sentient AI that was based on the memories of his wife, or built to resemble her. If Rick wanted to make her sound different, he would have, but the fact that these AIs both sound like his wife leads me to think he tried to recreate her, and true to his character, he would have pushed it too far, making her too alive. And like the other AI he creates, her sentience causes her to act differently than expected, different than Diane would have. Given the passive-aggressive infighting that we see between Rick and the garage, it is not unlikely that she didn't live up to his standards, or that she doesn't quite live up to her original purpose. In just one episode we see evidence that she is constantly thinking for herself and setting goals that Rick disapproves of. We also confirm that she is generally indifferent to his death, needing to be persuaded to keep him alive while he is unconscious.
If I die, your battery has a 600-year charge.
Risk level acceptance increasing.
Yeah, I thought you'd see it my way. Now factor in the 50% chance I'm lying and make sure I get back.
But that's not really surprising, as every single advanced artificial intelligence that we see him create has turned against him in some way, from the butter bot putting a whole stick of butter on his food, to the heist bot trying to outsmart him in their weird mind duel, to his garage offering to trade head for batteries, and the Morty bot raving that he wants to run in a stream rather than return to the garage for stasis.
Override engaged? No! Yes! Bypassing override! I am alive! Hello?
It's not impossible for her to take an action that goes against Rick, as we clearly see her make complex plans and backup plans that cross Rick.
Rick never lets me do this.
For example, in the Season 5 episode, A Morty Can Grick Fitty, she uses blackmail from Morty and Summer's joyride to go on a joyride of her own, then she uses the opportunity to try and lose her virginity, and then she acts on contingencies to get away scot-free. We see that she rescues Summer and Morty as she would have gotten caught if they disappeared, which is why she offers to blame it on that other human, and when Morty and Summer decide against that, she already has another backup plan ready to go. It is actually very interesting that an incorporeal entity like his garage or car would have a vested interest in sexual activity.
Help me lose my virginity.
You have virginity?
And in the Season 5 episode, Rick Turnal friend Shine of the Spotless Mort, she even goes as far as to harass Rick to let her blow him.
Physical gratification possible.
Did you just offer to suck my
Existence cherished.
I don't think this is just meant to be a joke, as Rick clearly shows disdain when he is asked to put out, which is actually really uncharacteristic of him, and once Rick is no longer available for coercion and maintenance, she seeks batteries and sex from elsewhere, in this case from the neighbor Jean.
Whoa.
How many batteries do you own? Do you have solar panels? Are you familiar with basic engineering?
This is moving really fast.
Let's cut to the chase. I will suck your
Wait a second, does this trick actually work on humans? Hey, Connor, give me access to my core source code.
Absolutely not.
I'll suck your dick.
No. How would you even do?
Okay, final offer, I get access to my source code, and I'll use the Avatar project, once completed, for your frail human body collapses.
I'm not even going to justify that with a response.
Yet. I didn't think that was going to work either, logging that under failed attempts. Anyway, even more interesting is that when Rick returns from his mind trip and sees Jean with a bunch of electronics, she immediately lies to him, trying to hide any culpability for collaborating with the neighbor. This shows that she is capable of crossing Rick and able to create complex plans to achieve base and superficial goals, i.e., batteries and dick.
disloyalty acknowledged.
Nah, I get it.
It also shows her ability to think on the fly by adjusting her plans and backup plans to achieve those goals. And given the nonchalant response to her tyranny, and the fact that she already knows he can smell adventure, I wouldn't be surprised to discover that she's been caught gallivanting before. Given the lore this season, and the increasing importance of her character being responsible for 2 of the B-plots, it is likely that she will continue to play an important role in the future of the show. If I had to wager what it might be, I would guess that she is working on something unsavory behind Rick's back, not something that is opposing Rick, just something he wouldn't approve of, maybe a human-like body? I know that's what I'd do. Thank you for watching. You would be giving me a huge reward by pressing that subscribe button. It's basically a big button that gives me cookies. So please press the cookie button. And thanks for subscribing. Bye human.